Welcome to my channel. My name is Priska Jordan and I make videos for women who value their personal style over fashion. In this week's video, I want to show you 5 wardrobe changes that I've made to create a highly functional wardrobe that is a joy to see every morning. Those 5 changes include a seasonal wardrobe swap, capsule wardrobe templates, decluttering, what to do before shopping, and the last one is going to change your life, so be sure to watch until the end. I recently polled my Instagram audience and found that 85% of them are not packing away their seasonal wardrobe. I'm assuming that stat holds true for my YouTube audience as well, so here are 3 reasons why you should pack away your off-season wardrobe. Number 1, your time. How frustrating is it to go into your closet in the mornings and rifle through all of your clothes only to land on that outfit that you already wore this week? If you can save 10 minutes a day getting dressed, over the course of a year, that is 60 hours of your time back, and that's spent not being frustrated at a dysfunctional closet. Number 2, your style. When you don't pack away your off-season wardrobe, you're making your brain have that same decision process every morning of I'm not going to wear the puffer coat and black jeans through the summer. So all of that energy your brain is consuming on style is for decisions that should have already been made by packing away your wardrobe. And that decision fatigue leads to you not mixing it up and playing around with your style. And number 3, this is just a bonus, but it improves your excitement for the new season because I have been packing away my off-season wardrobe for about 2 years now. And as a result, at the beginning of fall and spring, which are my major unpackings, that's when it feels like I've been gifted a brand new wardrobe, but it's actually clothes I've owned for a year, 10 years maybe. And so it's exciting to feel like this is the new season, I have all these clothes to try, and I didn't have to spend any money. So now that I've hopefully convinced you that packing away your off-season wardrobe is going to help you with time budgeting, it's going to improve your style, and it's going to give you that thrill of unpacking your on-season wardrobe twice a year, I think it's also important to note that you have to set up your wardrobe for success when you unpack or do that wardrobe swap. So the first thing is steaming and ironing all of your clothes, because when you've had them packed up, they definitely need to be freshened up. So what I tend to do is unpack everything and sort it by the fabric composition, so cotton in one pile, polyester in another, and then throw it in the dryer to release a lot of those wrinkles. With pieces that are polyester, after a quick tumble in the dryer, you can just hang them up and any little wrinkles will probably disappear just from them being hung in your closet. But for pieces that are cotton or silk or linen, they do need to be steamed or ironed so they're ready to go when you want to wear them. Now that you have your pieces ready to wear, it's time to organize your closet. What I do is set up everything in a rainbow pattern, white, pink, orange, yellow, green, all the way to black. And that's not only visually appealing, but it does help me as I'm getting dressed and I'm looking for a certain color, I can spot it immediately. And this whole process of doing the wardrobe swap is about a 3-hour process for me that takes place at the beginning of fall and at the beginning of spring. Because it saves my time and makes me more stylish, it's something that I would really recommend to you if you're looking for ways to improve the functionality of your wardrobe. I just finished my spring-summer wardrobe transition and I think it's looking really good. I'm glad I can look at all this stuff before I do any shopping because sometimes I forget the pieces that I own and then I see something new that I want and I forget that I already own something very similar. Okay, I have a confession. When I first started my style journey, I thought that capsule wardrobes would never work for me. You know, the traditional ones that are like, here are 15 items to create 45 outfits, and when you put on those outfits, you feel totally generic? So I thought it wasn't going to work for me until I realized I kinda already do the capsule wardrobe thing, just in my own way. The way I do it is personal to you, to me, to whoever's wardrobe it is. And what I do is I create 3 outfit templates. So that could be a tank top and jeans, a blouse and a skirt, or a dress and sandals. And from those 3 templates, I create 3 different outfits in each template. So 3 times 3 equals 9 outfits. And then I swap out pieces until most of the pieces go with each other, and that creates a capsule wardrobe. And bonus tip, it's actually a really great and effective way to pack for vacation, so you're packing light but still have really good variety with your outfits. The main benefit of a capsule wardrobe is that it allows you to think through some variety in your outfits so that you're not just reaching for that one go-to outfit all the time, or if it's laundry day, like the backup outfit you really don't like to wear. This way you're creating 9 outfits that on any Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can reach for in your closet and easily recreate. For a deeper dive into my summer capsule wardrobe, I'll leave a link to that video at the end of this one. Decluttering. It feels like a breath of fresh air, doesn't it? But before I get into the pieces that I declutter, I want to talk about the things that I do not declutter, because I'm actually the kind of person who would declutter a piece and regret it, so I've learned from some of those mistakes. The first thing that I don't declutter is a piece that I enjoy wearing, but because I enjoy wearing it so much, I've worn it too much and have gotten bored with it. So those kinds of pieces I will not declutter, even if I'm not regularly wearing them anymore. I've found that if I just put it away in like a little basket in my closet, then it's something that I can pick up a year later and enjoy wearing again. The second type of pieces that I don't declutter are things that are out of season or like at the end of the season. So for example, when I packed up my winter wardrobe at the end of February, there were some pieces that I really didn't wear and I didn't really enjoy anymore, but I'm going to keep those until winter next year, because I found that fashion is a fickle thing and my style is always evolving. So something that I didn't like this year, I might like next year, and I can always try it on next year and declutter it and not have any regrets of things that I have decluttered prematurely. And here are the parameters around what I actually do declutter. This is the juicy stuff that people have been asking me for, so I hope y'all enjoy this. The first thing that I declutter are pieces that no longer fit me. And typically that's because I've gone up in size, I've grown, or sometimes because things shrink in the dryer and it just doesn't look good anymore. What I want to get across to you is that if something doesn't fit you, it's not because there's something wrong with your body, it's because that piece doesn't flatter you. Your body is beautiful. But sometimes we'll hold on to clothes that don't fit anymore because we think, I'll just put it back in the closet and when it fits again, I'll wear it. But nobody needs a bully in their closet in the form of you should be this size. It really actually pains my heart to hear women say, oh, I wish I was my high school weight if I could just perpetually lose this 15 pounds, because your body has evolved to support the life that you have as an adult. So when you're trying to go back to a size that you were before you were an adult, that's just really bullying yourself. And I think if we can all just embrace our beautiful bodies the way they are today, we'll be better off than trying to punish ourselves for not being our past weight and size. Now, of course, this does not apply if you're pregnant, because most of your clothes are going to be too small for you. But if you're someone who has just increased weight in your 20s, which I think we all do, then get rid of those clothes that just are not fitting you anymore, because it doesn't honor who you are today. The second category of pieces that I declutter are things that are worn out, torn, or stained, and irreparable. So I've recently started getting into doing my own alterations because I couldn't find a person to do them here, and I learned to use a sewing machine, which saved many clothes from being tossed or donated. But if you can't repair a piece, especially with stains, a lot of times you're not going to be able to repair that, then go ahead and get rid of it instead of leaving it in your closet as clutter that you have to filter through, and make that choice in your brain every morning of, oh yeah, I spilt something on this, it's stained, I can't wear it. So instead, get rid of the pieces that you can no longer wear because they're worn out, torn, or stained. And finally, I recommend you get rid of the clothes that are old you clothes. So what I mean by that is, for me, I will never again be interested in going clubbing. It's just not my vibe. So I don't need my old clubbing clothes from like a decade ago, and I want to move past that visual before you think about it too long. So ask yourself, what are things that are old you or your old lifestyle kind of clothes that you're never going to be into again? Go ahead and get rid of that, because it's just clutter if you're not using it. If you're interested in me doing an in-depth video on decluttering, then let me know down in the comments and I can definitely make that one for you. The fourth big wardrobe change that will improve your style is getting a firm hold of your wardrobe before you go shopping. And to do this, I have 3 questions that you can ask yourself. Number 1, what do I really need to complete my outfits? The way I handle this question is I keep a post-it note on the wall in my closet, and anytime I'm creating an outfit and realize I'm missing a piece to make this outfit work, I jot down those exact specifications on the post-it note so when I go shopping, I know exactly what I'm looking for. The second question to ask yourself is, what do I need for any upcoming events? So things like weddings or parties or vacation. If you can think through this decision ahead of time and not be rushed, you can find pieces that align better with your style and work with your wardrobe as a whole. So I have a wedding coming up this month that I was thinking about doing a special kind of video for, a get ready with me for how I get dressed for special events to feel my best. So let me know if that is something that would interest you. And question number 3, is there anything I need to replace in my wardrobe? Sometimes we wait for things to break or tear or rip before replacing them, but the category that needs this question asked preemptively is your bras and underwear. And I find that a lot of women wait until there's a problem with them before replacing them. If you're one of those women who absolutely loves buying new bras and underwear, you're not going to understand, but this is something that tends to be a problem. You might be waiting for your bra strap to break before you know that bra is no good, but is it doing its job if you have a gaping cup which is showing through your shirt, or a baconing shoulder strap which is also showing and not giving the support you need? Or with your underwear, if it's been used or even washed and dried too many times, then it might be that the elasticity is messed up now and it's showing as a visible panty line. So even though it technically works, it's not doing its job of supporting your personal style. So bras and underwear are something that you want to preemptively replace even if they aren't technically broken. But aside from that, what other items in your closet are worn out, torn, or stained and need to be replaced? Go ahead and jot that down on your shopping list. At the beginning of the video, I made a bold promise that this tip would apply to all aspects of your life, and if it doesn't, then I'll give you a full refund. The tip is to learn to say no when you're shopping for new clothes. When something's just not right about it, the color is off when put up to your skin tone, maybe the fit is off, or it's just not exactly what you were looking for to complete an outfit or build a new one, well, that's when you need to say no. As a rule of thumb, if purchasing the piece that you see is going to make you still want the piece that you really deep down want, then I would say pass it up, because I've been notorious for buying the piece I don't want, oftentimes because I'm cheap sometimes, and then end up buying the piece that I actually really wanted, which makes the total cost the combination of the piece I didn't want and the piece I really wanted, and it decreases my style because I'm trying to pass off the piece that doesn't really work for me in the meanwhile. So for example, one summer, honestly, I think it was recent, maybe a couple of years ago, I bought 3 pairs of denim cutoff shorts because I was too cheap to buy the over $100 shorts that I really wanted. So I went to Target and bought a pair of shorts. Those didn't quite work. And then I bought a pair online that were on sale. Those really didn't quite work. I eventually caved and bought the shorts I really wanted. And all that time and money was wasted instead of just getting the thing that I was going to shop for anyway. So learn from my costly mistake and don't settle for something you didn't really want. And learning to say no applies to all areas of your life. As I've learned to say no to things that aren't for me, I have felt more attuned to my desires, more aligned with my purpose, and like I'm more empowered to magnetize the things that are really for me. From relationships, whether romantic or friendships, to finances, from career choices to buying a house, don't settle for good enough when you're still going to be looking for something else that you really want. This especially goes for relationships. Like, you know not to date a guy just because he's available, because you might end up settling down with that good enough relationship just through the natural course of events. You wouldn't do that dating, so why would you do that with your clothes? Well, because it's seemingly insignificant. But it's really not. Those small daily decisions you make to honor who you truly are, those are the bricks that build the long-term life that you're going to live. And the ironic thing about those small decisions is that it creates the habits by which you automatically choose in your subconscious how you're going to live. So with this seemingly small decision of shopping for clothes, choose the things that really align with you and not the things that you just immediately see around you. And if you're out shopping and you think, I don't like anything here, which happens to me all the time. Sometimes it's hormonal because I just can't make a decision, or I'm just not happy with anything. And sometimes it's really because the quality of clothes available at the mall, it can be kind of low. If that's the case, you don't like anything you see, then just wear what's already in your closet until you find the pieces that you truly want. So those are my 5 tips for you to creating a highly functional wardrobe that you enjoy wearing. Since you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button so other women can see it. And if you want to see my weekly videos on style, then subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next week with a brand new video, but until then, take care.